Over the last 15 years, the web has, of course, developed in lots of ways. It's developed in the sense that it's got much more fancy. Lots of geeks all over the world have come together and met in order to figure out the latest sort of graphics technology. And so we're looking at ourselves collectively. Here we are, basically people who are very lucky. We've got nice computers, we've got lots of portable devices in our pockets. And are we developing the web for ourselves?
We have a saying, leading the web to its full potential, and we kind of wondered, well, what is the full potential of the web and where are we?
The web is also developed, of course, in the sense of it's expanded. So now it's got to the point where 20% about of the planet use the web. And now when you think about that, 20% of the people use the web, immediately you think, okay, so what about the other 80%?
Well, there's all these kinds of barriers like illiteracy, language, disability. We've made these observations and we've now been doing a lot of work talking to people, traveling around, and we had some very good contacts in Africa, going around talking to them and seeing if these hypotheses are correct. Is it true that language is a barrier? Is it true that people do have mobile phones there? And of course in Africa now we're getting close to 50% of the people there have mobile phones. But whereas less than 10%, I think the last number I saw was 6% are using the internet. We came to the conclusion that there were a number of these barriers that weren't being addressed adequately or globally enough elsewhere. So we decided to start the foundation. It was one of the key impetuses to help to promote the web as a tool of empowerment for all people on the planet. There have been organizations that have been pulling together farmers in groups and doing demonstrations. Maybe they can address 10 new farmers a month, but if you have 1 million farmers to address, it's going to take a long time. So our project is to use the web as a way to connect the organizations, the non-governmental organizations who are trying to help the farmers, and then also to help connect the farmers themselves, which is the real challenge. It's unfortunate there aren't a lot of people working in the IT area in agriculture, at least in Africa, so this is something else we can uniquely do there.
The nifty thing about information is when you move from one place to another, you do have it in both places. So in a way, you get this exponential growth things that we've seen with the web because an idea can spread. Then, of course, ideas are not currency. They're not that you don't trade them. When you get them, somebody else hasn't lost them. So the sort of effect which information technology can have is going to be very, very different. But it's a really exciting time because as people get to use the technology, as they get to become part of the information society, they become very enabled and they can start being able to solve problems like getting healthcare, getting clean water, for example, themselves.